That would be insane. And he would probably get his face kicked off, probably get strangled, probably get taken down, strangled, and he would be helpless.
For Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous.
Manny Pacquiao he hasn't been a pro in a minute, and they're coming back to fight someone for a belt. Barrios technically should win, but this isn't fair.
Joe Rogan is warning Manny Pacquiao to back out of his fight with Mario Barrios, saying it's not worth the risk. Rogan points out that it's very rare for older fighters to perform well at a high level, mentioning a few legends like Bernard Hopkins, who fought into his 50s, Archie Moore, who stayed competitive late in his career, and George Foreman, who won the heavyweight title at 46. However, Rogan says these cases were special and doesn't believe Pacquiao should fight now. He feels Pacquiao's legacy is already secure and fighting could hurt it.
Fighter, and he's a nice guy. If you're nice to him, he's a nice guy. He's fun. He's fun. But, you know, in the street, if you find that guy and you talk to him for no reason, he's going to put you in the hospital. He's going to put you in the hospital. And it's not, you can't do a goddamn thing about it. You don't even have a chance. You have nothing. You have zero chance. This idea, oh, fucking, these guys can't fight. I know how to fight. Shut your mouth. You have no idea what you're talking about.
You definitely shouldn't be out talking to people for no reason.
They do it. They always did it. They used to do it to Chuck Liddell. People would talk shit.
They used to do it to Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, people would talk to. People are. There's certain people that are just crazy, man.
Well, speaking of Mike Tyson, these people that think that he don't stand a chance against Jake Paul, like this shouldn't even because he's too old. I was like, I think you're crazy.
Well, they're definitely uninformed.
Yeah,
because here's the thing: he is 57 years old. He will be 58 when they fight. He has had a long fighting career. He has been knocked out by massive men like Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. You know, he's had a lot of blows, and you know it's long. You know, long past the time where most people ever fight. You know, the only person that ever fought competitively after age 50 is Bernard Hopkins and Archie Moore. Archie Moore did it back in the day.
Foreman was 40-something.
Joe Rogan still respects what Manny Pacquiao achieved in his prime. He praises Pacquiao for being different from most fighters. Even when people trash-talked him or tried to mess with his head, Pacquiao didn't react with anger or drama. Instead, he let his fists do the talking. Rogan respects how Pacquiao focused on proving himself in the ring, not outside of it. He didn't waste time talking because he knew what he could do over and over. Pacquiao quietly entered the ring and destroyed those who doubted him. Rogan calls him a true boxing legend, not just for his speed, power, or footwork, but for his humility and discipline. In a world full of noise, Manny stood out by staying silent and letting his greatness speak for itself.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring.
Kick your later.
Different fucking dude.
Right.
Once he steps through that ropes, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah.
and got crucified.
Yeah, but he's super
I wish you the best
too.
Good luck in the fight.
As Manny Pacquiao gets older, people are becoming more concerned about his return to boxing. When he last fought Dennis URGES in 2021, many fans were shocked at how slow and out of shape he looked compared to his prime. That version of Pacquiao seemed far from the explosive fighter who once dominated legends. After the fight, reports said his wife had to feed him soup because he was too weak to eat on his own, showing just how badly his body was affected by the punishment he took in the ring, and that was years ago. Now Manny Pacquiao is even older and wants to fight someone like Mario Barrios, who is younger, taller, sharper, and naturally bigger. Many people believe this isn't just a comeback, but a dangerous move. Barrios isn't some washed-up fighter or an easy opponent. He's active, strong, and improving. For Pacquiao to step back into the ring at his age, especially after what he went through last time, raises serious concerns. No matter how great he once was, the body doesn't lie. Time catches up with everyone. Stepping into the ring again at this stage could be a huge risk for the boxing legend.
It's a good fight for Mario Barrios, you know.
Big payday, big fight, but can he win, or is it Pacquiao?
It would be fucking badass if Pacquiao becomes champion again. That's what would be fucking.
It could be, it could happen.
George Foreman did. 46. That's 46.
No, listen, Manny Pacquiao special. If anyone could do it, it's Pacquiao. Pita. Pacquiao, okay. I'm going to tell you the mathematics. It doesn't always work. Manny Pacquiao beat Thurman. Thurman beat Barrios. So why wouldn't Pacquiao beat Barrios?
He's 46 and he hasn't fought like 4 years.
Well, he's fresh then. No wear and tear.
He's done like 3. Have you seen that exhibition? Have you guys seen him? He looked like shit.
He didn't try. He didn't train.
He looked like shit.
His speed is age doesn't matter. Age is nothing but a number. 40 is the new 30s.
He's fucking 46.
How old is Barrios?
He's 40. It doesn't matter. He's in his prime. He's a world champion now.
Timothy Bradley says old legends like Manny Pacquiao only come out of retirement for one thing: money. He believes Pacquiao has already accomplished everything he needed to in boxing, so there's no real reason to risk his health unless it's for a big payday. What worries Bradley even more is the level of competition Pacquiao is choosing to face. Mario Barrios is no easy opponent. He's young, strong, and hungry. Bradley warns that Pacquiao hasn't fought in years, and at his age, his timing, reflexes, and endurance won't be the same. Stepping back into the ring after such a long break, especially against a dangerous, active fighter like Barrios, is a huge gamble. Bradley respects Pacquiao's legacy, but says this is a bad move. Age catches up with everyone, and boxing is the last sport where you want to find out the hard way that you're not the same anymore.
Manny Pacquiao getting back in the ring again for a world title fight.
Well, obviously, it definitely has to do with money. 1, 2. I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring, man, against URGES. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, you know, a fighter, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, you know, bigger fighter, knows how to, you know, control distance very well, can punch a little bit. Like, he's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division. And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, you know, these old legends, they got to get beat up several times before they call it quits.
Manny Pacquiao's decision to return to the ring has shocked the boxing world. After announcing his retirement in 2021 following a loss to URGES, the 46-year-old legend is now preparing for a July fight with Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title. The match was confirmed by WBC President Mauricio Suleiman, who highlighted Pacquiao's lasting impact on the sport and his desire to retire with another title. While many question his age and the time he spent away from the sport, Pacquiao is determined to prove he can still make history. The big question on everyone's mind is whether Pacquiao, now in his mid-40s, can still compete at the highest level. After being out of the ring for so long and with no recent fights to show his current shape, Manny Pacquiao's comeback is a big gamble. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman has said Pacquiao is cleared to fight for the welterweight title. While many boxing fans are excited, others are worried. Pacquiao is now older and going up against a younger, active fighter like Mario Barrios. People are questioning whether the boxing legend still has what it takes, or if this return could end badly.
The WBC president Mauricio Suleiman has said Mario Barrios will face Manny Pacquiao this July. That's some crazy shit, bro. That's some crazy news. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years of age. He's making his return to the ring, and he said he wants to go out with a bang. He wants to finish his career as a champion. That's some crazy shit. Manny Pacquiao's professional record currently stands at 62 wins, 39 of those coming via knockout, 8 losses and 2 draws. Manny Pacquiao has one of the most impressive CVs in the sport of boxing. Just take a look at from 09 Ricky Hatton all the way up until here. There's so many names: Timothy Bradley, Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley, Joshua Clotley, Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, Jesse Vargas. Like, there's so many names on this list. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at Mario Barrios' record. 29 wins, 18 of those coming via knockout, 2 losses and 1 draw on his resume. What do I make of this fight? I don't know, you know. I mean, listen, this is a young man's sport. I ask myself, Manny Pacquiao, why do you want to come back and fight a younger fighter? You know what I mean? Mario Barrios, who is the current champion, the WBC champion. Why? What have you got to prove? You've proven everything throughout your career. So I don't know what to say. But anyways, let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and watch a clip of the president of WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, talk about this.
If you love boxing, legendary comebacks, and real fight analysis, this is the place for you. We'll be covering every angle of Pacquiao's return and much more from the world of combat sports. Don't miss out. Subscribe to our channel now for exclusive updates, in-depth breakdowns, and all the action as it happens. Hit that subscribe button and join the community.